G'day fellas, and welcome to All That Glitters. Today we're actually going to be trying or attempting a playthrough while doing commentary. Mainly because, well, I've been playing a fair bit, but I haven't really found many games to commentate. And it can be difficult, right? Like, sometimes games go for a long time and I kind of run out of things to talk about, so it's not always easy. So we've got a request for T1 from our air player here. Sure thing, 110M or a solar. So we're going to throw that out there right for him. So we're playing in the tech spot. We are the highest OS in the lobby here, so the expectation is going to be on that we carry this lobby. We've got a strong front line as well. You can see that we've already had metal sent over. This is definitely a bit of a mistake. I'm going to send it back, actually, to him. Not yet. Not yet. So basically, we're going to be opening with a 5 mechs opening here. The idea is quite simple. We want to try and gather up as much metal as we can in the early game. The sooner... Why are you sending me metal? I don't know why he's sending me metal. Yes. Basically, at this stage, we don't want to be sent metal just because we're trying to gather up as much metal as we possibly can, and he's going to force us to overflow. We want to avoid that here. So let's throw down our lab just to start with, and then we're going to go into a whole bunch of winds at the back. Actually, before we do that, we want to throw down another solar, and then we'll throw down a whole bunch of winds. So something like that. We'll get rid of this solar, and I think something like that looks like a decent start. So we're going to open constructor, second constructor for our ally Lazarus, and then 2 more constructors followed by another Lazarus. So quite a bit going on. We'll be keeping an eye on the front as well, just seeing how these guys do. But we're going to be handing out quite a few fat boys this game. As you'll notice, my name has again changed. The fattest boy. Indeed, we are the fattest boy. We are always looking to get those fat boys online. And we're going to sit here. We're going to wait. Looks like we've got some decent overflow, so we should be able to get this out. Lovely.
Enemy units detected.
And we've already got enemy units. Let's turn that down a little bit. So it looks like they're over towards the east side here. We've got a scout already coming out as well. So we can look to boost this one out as well. So let's go and hand that over.
Low power.
And make sure we immediately return back up towards this spot. Now, did he end up giving us the metal in the end? Okay. Metal now, please. All right, because we've sent him the metal back. So basically, we are a little bit shy on that metal. So let's go ahead and bring this Lazarus out. He's going to go and do all the reclaiming. We need him to send that metal just so he doesn't forget. Let's boost out this constructor, just because we've got high energy. Anytime that we've got high energy, we want to try boosting out these units as quickly as we can, because they're going to use more energy for us. So once again, we'll end up... Oop, that's not what we want. We want that, and then like this. So we could also potentially look at throwing down a storage here as well. So we could throw it down maybe over on that position here, just so that we're using even more energy. We'll finish this one off just because it's so close. Did he send us the metal? Please send metal. So we're still... energy is going crazy at the moment, so this is going to be very good for us. Very nice on the early overflow. So, we've almost got this up. I sent it back. My brother, I sent it back because you will make me overflow. Okay, so we're oh my god, we are already at max. Our team is building a lot of energy today. So... do we still want to go into energy? Yes, we still definitely want to go into energy as much as we can. But the one difference that we'll make is that we will actually look to get a couple of converters down, just over on this side. So we still need to get energy up. This is kind of crazy. I don't remember the last time I saw energy like this or wind like this. This is crazy. Okay, it looks like he has sent it over. Is that enemy commander being destroyed? Yeah, it's enemy tech player. It's a little bit... I wouldn't say it's necessarily early, but it's definitely a bit earlier than what I like to do it. Alright, so we're going to try and get these up as soon as we can, and this will be our last wind here, and then we'll move across. Let's bring this guy back. He can actually just eat this. Well, you come out. Okay, it looks like he's sending us... oh gosh, he's building in a bit of an awkward spot. We'll reclaim this solar collector just on the front. This is going to be I'm a bit worried that we might blow up his shit here. Oh god, this is a really awkward spot. This is a very bad spot to build. Oh gosh. We gotta walk all the way down here because we want to blow. And even here, I'm like a little bit worried. We're kind of getting close towards this position, but I think we should be okay. Let's make sure you're not gonna walk into the line of fire there either, my friend.
Friendly commander.
Wonderful. Looks like we didn't take much damage. Let's get you guys out here, and we'll reclaim that, and then maybe move down towards this spot. Okay. Light trans, please. Then heavy. Okay, so we're gonna start off with a T2 bot. Now, it's really important at this stage. We want to tell everybody to start sending us metal. So anyone who's got a little bit of metal...
unit received.
Send metal, please. Anyone who's got like a little bit of metal, Send
2 unit
metal,
ready.
please.
Your
Okay,
team
so we just want to do
reached Type
that
2.
just so that they send us any spare metal that they've got so that we can use that and roll that over immediately. Let's bring over the T2 for him. So we can do a second T2 here as well. But we are kind of missing a little bit of metal. He sent all of his metal. Varjo. Let's say Varjo. Varjo and that guy, Goob. Please send M. Okay, looks like Varjo has sent it. Wonderful. So we're going to get 2 advanced metal extractors up, and then we're going to start and push our fat boy down here. Heavy trans. Heavy. Heavy. We're going to ask for a heavy. We need the heavy. Need the heavy. Okay, so now let's send this over to Orange, because he's our... Actually, no, we want it on yellow, don't we? Oh, but Orange is our front player, so let's give it to Orange. He'll have more metal to deal with this, I think. So let's take that down for him. Do we have the heavy coming out? Yes, we've got the heavy coming out. Wonderful. Okay, so now we're going to go into our fat boy, and so the fat boy is going to be... I mean, we could also do it in the... Like, we could bring it down to Orange or yellow, because they're higher level players, so we can actually
Unit
hand it
received.
off to them. Okay, so...
Units under attack.
Oh, that's our Lazarus.
Unit lost.
We don't want to lose those Lazarus, but unfortunately we did. Let's make sure, where is our... Okay, he's going to come over here. All right, Fat Boy is almost up. And then, so once we've got our Fat Boy up, then we're just going to go into 5 advanced construction bots. And then we'll do a couple more Fat Boys as well. And those construction bots will hand out over to the team as quickly as we can. So I think for this first one here, we're going to control it. We're going to go up against their blue player, and we'll actually look to try and take advantage of it. We can also reclaim here just to try and speed this up a little bit. Energy's doing okay for the moment. So let's get you guys to guard up the lab. And so this will come out over to yellow. So let's hand it over to him. So we need to make sure that we're paying full attention here. So I'm actually going to be the one that's controlling this initially, just because I'm not sure if I can rely on Scorpion just yet. And then you can come out over to white. So that's all of our top guys that have got T2 cons. Let's move this over as well. Just keeping an eye. Okay, transport's still got some time. And then, ooh, we missed the click. That's okay. And then from here, we'll take it over to pink. All right, we're still coming down. Getting lots of metal donated, which is lovely. And then this one's going to go out over to Varjo. Varjo, you got so much metal in the bank, brother. All right, let's push this guy back. We're just got to be very, very careful. Watching constantly. That commander could be a dead commander here.
Friendly commander.
Commander's going to try and come for a D-gun. We're not going to allow it. Okay, and let's just double check back here. Who's missing? Brown's missing. And I think Varjo... He's got one coming out. Okay, yes. So we're all good here. Lovely. So we can now control the Fat Boy. So we want to just work down this commander for the moment.
Under attack.
Who's under attack right now? It's just going to be our Fat Boy, right? Hopefully we're buying a little bit of space here. Okay, so now the ticks are starting to come out. So we want to make sure that we continue focusing down this back line. So we're going to come up here. You can see there's a lot of units in here. Nice shot right there. There's the Guardian. Commander's here, so we're going to focus that commander whenever we get the chance. We should have another one coming up soon.
Enemy
Fat Boy.
commander destroyed.
That was their commander? Nope, it was not. Alright, so let's focus down the Guardian for now. And let's give this over to yellow. Enemy commander's here. Gotta be careful about going too far forward.
Enemy commander
Wonderful.
destroyed.
There we go. Let's push. We'll also bring our Lazarus up now. He's going to start eating everything. We're going to be able to use this to secure a little bit more ground. We want to try and hit the nanos first. So we're going to tell him to continue pushing. We're going to move back just for the moment. And now we're going to bring this down to
Low
front.
power.
Over here, we got low power. So we're just going to throw down a whole bunch of winds as well. All right, Lazarus is in. He's going to have a nice little breakfast. And now I think we can probably hand it over. I'm tempted to hand it over to pink. It's just that we're very close to a commander here. So we have to be cautious. And this one can come down. This can go over to orange, because this one's coming out to yellow. Alright, so we've got quite a few units coming through. Forcing that commander back. We'll also bring it over towards this front here. We could look to try and do some impact against green. Fat Boy 2 here.
Low power.
Alright, back over towards this position. I think they might have a jammer in here. Either that. Is that shurikens? Bombers? So I'm going to ping it out. Air. Gotta let them know. We also need to start scaling our energy a little bit more. So we'll go ahead and do a couple of these bad boys. We're taking a bit of damage here. We're eating a lot of metal as well. So after we've got our
Low
energy up, we
power.
should be okay. We're on the way back here. Let's go and grab this fat boy. Actually, is there an orange fat boy in here? Yeah, here, this one. Okay, and that's going to be our last fat boy for the moment. After this, we're just going to look to try and get our T2 maxes up, because we've still got quite a few that we need to get up. But as you can see, we put on some decent damage. We're only at the 10-minute mark here, and we've managed to do quite a bit of work. We're just going to be... Oh, there's the commander.
Lost.
Did I not... is there a jammer in there? I swear I didn't see the commander.
Enemy commander.
I'm kind of glad that we saw that at point blank. Who does this one go to? We can actually send this over in this direction. We can actually put it up here. I mean, we've already got 2 fat boys and a strong player. Let's actually send this over to Canyon instead. And now behind the scenes...
Friendly commander destroyed.
Let's start getting everything online. Actually, we want to get you online first. Wonderful. That's enough energy for the moment. So that should be okay. That's our Hephaestus. So let's go ahead. So this is going to go over to... Oh, it's tempting to... You know what we're going to do? We're going to do something a little bit special here for Brown. Just to help him out. We're going to go ahead and we're going to put this up on the high ground. Just so that he doesn't get... Okay, we got another fat boy in here. Actually, you know what? Oh, Green already did degun us, so we know that he's got the potential to degun us again. So let's come up, we'll look for another potential fat boy up there. Okay, so let's now begin to move out over towards this side. We could even add in additional construction turrets. Let's just make sure you hold that spot.
Aircraft
So annoying. I can't actually click that one little guy right there. Okay, so we're doing decently here. I think we've made a good impact and we've held on the front. So now we can look to get out our butlers. So we're going to 5 butlers here. Okay, that's all finished. So now we can move this down here. So we're definitely going to be behind enemy tech player. So enemy tech player is going to be quite decent. But we're hoping that we've managed to do a bit of work towards the front. That's the key difference here for us, is that we've been able to hold fronts. We've been able to push fronts. Can you, like, make cameras? Make cameras. Because otherwise, like, you can't really do much up there with the fat boy. This is yours. You need line of sight. Need line of sight. Maybe that's like my mistake for giving it to him as well. But like we kind of... it should have definitely gone to Blood Commander. That's my mistake. You know what? We'll give the next one to Blood Commander. That probably makes the most sense. Why am I making a second? I don't know why we're making another T2 con. But that's okay. All right, let's go ahead.
The whole team is wasting energy.
We're going to drop down our big bad boys right here. We'll get you guys across. So all of our T2s are online right now. So we're eating this. Wonderful. So they're going to come over here. Let's put 3 on this for now. And we've got quite a bit of overflow. We're about to have a huge amount of overflow. So let's go ahead and drop this down. We want to do a 3 by infinite amount. Okay, it looks like we're doing fine so far. Oh, did I not hand this over? Oh,
Air transport spotted.
why is he down here? Did he really walk all the way? We need to come help out Blood Commander. Oh, I'm trying to like ping that. Didn't work. So I think these guys have got double fat boy, so they're fine. They'll help hold Canyon. So that'll be okay. We've just eaten a whole bunch back here. So after you guys have done that, please make maybe that many more. We brought that down. We're getting overflow as well, so that's fine for now. So we're about to have our fusion come up. We also need to think about going... Ooh, okay, let's drop this down. And, oh, Blood Commander's getting some good shots. We're going to hand this over to Blood Commander as well. Let's give that over to him now. And maybe we move this back to the low ground, just because... Let's come over like this and do something like that. Cool. All right, so we're building nanos back at home. This is fine. We've got good conversion that's going on as well. We're sitting at 77%, which is lovely. Exactly where you want to be. You can see he's kind of sitting here as well, but he's taken some damage. Maybe let's try and micro it with our own... Oh, there's another fat boy in here as well. Actually, because there's another fat boy, we'll just leave our fat boy on the high ground. He'll be fine. We leave him on the high ground. He'll be absolutely okay. All right, so I think we've handed off T2 constructors to everybody. Just double checking because we've got a second one. I always like to build a backup just so that I've got that ability to flex if we need to. Yeah, everyone's got T2. So we've ticked that bad boy off. We also need to start thinking about anti-nuke. So we'll come down here and we'll look to build it. This is the spot that we built it. We've learned that recently. We're doing okay from our perspective of constructors back up towards this top side as well. Now we can bring these guys across, but I think it's just going to be better that we bring our T1's down here. We're at 15 minutes, so this is arguably a little bit late. He could be going for a nuke right now, and that would probably kill us, but we're doing quite well. You know, like the fact that we've had Fat Boys here, they've opened things up for our front lines, and that's been decent, but we do need to be cautious about this position over here. Definitely the weakest spot, so we'll be keeping our eye on that throughout this game. We're also going to put these guys onto high priority so that they take more of the metal and they throw it into this. We can also bring these guys across. We'll stick them on high priority as well, just to try and really rush this up, even though it's very tempting. We're quite close here, but we're at 67% efficiency, sometimes 93. But look, even if we got to overflow, we'll overflow just a little bit. Even while we're doing this, as soon as we finish this, we can actually eat up our advanced solar collectors. They're technically almost as efficient as a fusion after the... Actually, I was going to say after the recent update, but that update hasn't hit yet. I'm talking about the Season 3 changes. So I think that's fine. And we want to be hitting 100 metal a second. So let's go ahead and eat these. You can see, oh my lord, my guy over here is just absolutely booming. More figs, definitely, please. He is going ham, Eunice over here. Not a lot of space for us. Please no more. Please no more. Just so that we're able to build, because we're gonna be building out quite a bit here. And let's eat this. We can eat one more, and then this guy will head back. We'll have our anti-nuke up. You can see we're starting to stack up a little bit here. Oh, okay. Thank you. We'll just give him a little heart. We'll just give him a little heart. Just let him know. I don't think we need to go into any more fusions than this. I think this is the last fusion that we need to make. Let's ask for T2. T2 core con, please. Normally, I don't do that on this map, but in this case, we will. And we're going to start planning out our base here. So that's going to be the beginnings of the end. And we also need to get more constructors in. So let's go ahead and do that. I like to split up our cons as well. So we're going to go for some nice big rows here. Something like that. We can also do a row in the middle, which I'm definitely a fan of. And you can see that we're kind of overflowing just a little bit at the moment. I think this is largely as well from allies as well. So I kind of like to overbuild the advanced energy converters. So that's looking good for the moment. We haven't got that T2 con just yet. I can see it sitting here. I'm going to do a little heart on it. Hopefully that like triggers him to go, oh yeah, that's right. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Because we want to, ideally we want to put that APHIS blueprint down. Just so that they've got something to begin working towards. But so far, with regard to like our weak point, I think this is definitely it. We've still got a Fat Boy out here, still got a Commander out here. Commander's kind of running low on energy.
Received.
Let's hook him up, and that is our T2. Oh, there it is. Lovely. He is sitting right here. So we're going to go now into APHIS. So this is going to be our first APHIS right here. Is that guy going to be able to get out? Yeah, I think he'll be able to get out. Cool. So that's probably enough nanos right here. So let's stop making nanos and let's just get everybody building that. You're fine. That's your last one for now. And we'll just leave this guy over on this side. We're draining pretty quickly. So we're also just going to eat anything that we don't need. So is there anything else that we don't need? Technically, we don't need these because we've got all of these guys down here. And we just want to clear this space out because they are particularly hostile. And we're okay. We're at 70% efficiency, so that's fine. But yes, this is looking okay for now. We could also consider eating a second advanced construction bot, but I like always just having a second one as backup on the ground, just in case, you know, fighters come in and clear out your air constructors. We need to be keeping an eye out on the front as well. We also need to scout out what the enemy eco is doing. We can see a fusion in here. We don't know what timing this was. I'm going to say scout eco. So, you know, right now he could have like 7 APHIS as an example, and we've got no idea. So let's see. I'm going to try and point him over this way. Let's see. Okay, 1 fusion. It's really important to scout and get an idea. He's got very good air control right now. There's the first APHIS coming up. Oh, this is perfect for bombing. Perfect bomb. Oh, this is so bad. It would chain everything right here. Why is there a pitbull in there? That's strange. Mission worldwide. Is that what he says? Something worldwide. Okay, so that's a good sign. So this is my main concern. This is hounds on the front as well. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to make this our last APHIS right here, right now. And we're going to put a stop to that right there. Looks like we had 1 player leave on the enemy team. I don't know who it was, but it might have been their eco player. He just got bombed out the wazoo. So now we're going to go help out the front. So let's just quickly eat this and put that down. And so how are we helping out the front? You might be wondering, today we're helping out the front by sending some units up. I don't think they need any help, but I think it's important that we just make sure that we're up there. So we'll throw in 3 starlights just to tide them over for the moment. And you can see we get these out really quickly. All of this metal can be reinvested into more APHIS, especially after the enemy eco just died. We could technically go into T3 right here. I think would be fine. Like we could do some marauders up the inside. Actually, marauders up the inside is probably not a bad idea. We could also look at going into Jags. Jags wouldn't be terrible. And we've got enough nanos to support Jags as well. Maybe we do that. Maybe we just go for a whole bunch of Jags. It's not something that you'd normally see, but I kind of like this angle here is really good on this map. A lot of people like forget about this spot because you're kind of defending here. So as soon as you're pushed back to this position, this opens up. So let's go ahead. Let's do a whole bunch of Jags. We'll do a second Umbra, and then we'll rally all of our Jags down towards this position so they can't see us. We can see some ticks starting to come across here. Now, is anybody on this front line actually doing well with regard to energy? Not really. 1.6k in here, and he's got a lot of snipers. Fat Boy's in here still doing work as well. That's great to see. We've still got this Fat Boy up here, and like I'm sure a lot of people will look at this and say this is a bad Fat Boy, and like there's a part of me that agrees with you, but at the same time this Fat Boy is designed to also stop the enemy from actually destroying my my side over here, right? Like I've got a 4 OS up against a 30 OS, and the 30 OS didn't break into here. This is a massive victory for us because you've allocated all this OS to this position and it hasn't got a victory. It hasn't got a win. And because of that, we have other OS in other positions that are potentially going to be able to win. And that's essentially what we're looking to do right now. So we're definitely going to try our best now. So we're going to also add in a couple of these penetrators, sorry, these starlights towards the front. So tempting to, not tempting, but I just use the old TA terms. How many Jags do we want to go into? We could probably go up into like 25, 30 Jags, something like that. It's a decent number. Then we can look to reclaim our lab. We don't want to go too many. So the enemy's got snipers, so we're going to be very effectively dealing with those snipers because we've got, let's get you to follow, and let's get you to follow here. And we've got these guys on fight command, so we want to make sure that they don't go too far. So let's bring you in here, and then we want to fight down towards like that. And how are we doing on Jag number? Jag number, we're up to 28. I think that's enough Jags. So let's go ahead. We'll cancel and we'll start our next APHIS. So we might do this APHIS just here. You can see because we're so close on that metal counter that we want to make sure everybody can focus it down. So that's what we're going to do. And we're going to add in a whole bunch of extra nanos as well.
Tech 3.
Tech 3 already coming through? It's got to be from someone over here on front, right? Oh, it's you. Yeah, all right. Fair enough, bro. Strange, but I guess I don't really know that position that well. Got a bit of lag behind coming through. Let's move our Umbra forward. We want to try and cloak this out as much as we possibly can. So we'll give him a little bit of space. Excuse me, sir. Pathing in this game can sometimes be a little bit frustrating. Oh, no. And now that... No, not like this. Not the constructions. Sorry. Not the construction vehicles. Okay, so we're going to try and come through like this, and that's our path that we're going to sneak in. Down along this line. He's going to come forward. Actually, we can even sneak in like under the cover of darkness with him. Now, meanwhile, behind the scenes, we got to make sure that everybody is working overtime because we are still doing it. Now, speaking of overtime, let's make sure these guys are also doing the right thing.
Under attack.
That's got to be us at the front.
Lost.
Oh, it's our penetrators, our snipers. I wasn't really controlling them. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention. I should have focused down the snipers at the back here. All right, we see a couple of units in here. Okay, so everything back here is going well. Let's add in just a couple more of these just in case because we're going to be pretty big. Okay, I think now is the go time. So let's do it. He's starting to move units out and we don't know what they are. Let's see if we can get the run by. I love Jaguars so much. So let's see. We're actually floating quite heavily here on energy. Obviously, it's going to be floated over towards our allies, but at you know, worst case scenario. Yeah, you can see there's just a gaping hole right here that we've managed to find. So now the question is, oh, the commander, the question is, where's the commander? And the answer is right there. Dude, okay, so where do we go from here? I mean, we could come across. There's obviously a lot of units right there, but that commander positioning was 10 out of 10. Very well done right there. I think it was our OS 16 player. So we got absolutely destroyed by that. So 10 out of 10 playing to him. Third APHIS about to come up now. We were kind of mediocre on the front here as well. I mean, we've still got the Starlight that's back here, but we weren't really focusing on it. So I think we can probably go into T3 after. We'll go in after our fourth APHIS here. So we'll get this fourth APHIS down, and then we'll go into T3, and we'll look to go into ARM T3, even though we've got T3 already on the board with a Thor coming out right here. I mean, we could scale economy, but we already know the enemy eco is kind of dead at this point, so we should be pretty far ahead. So we just want to end the game here, I think is the most realistic thing. Well, hold on a minute. That's not right. Let's fix that up right there. Oh, never mind. All right. It was all us. All those Jags, baby. Yeah, that was just really well placed on the commander. I don't even see where the commander is right now, but I guess with the T3 coming through from our ally, somewhat uncontested, it means that we've been able to come through. So I think that was a pretty pixel perfect tech game from us. There were a couple of mistakes that we made. So I think the biggest mistake, and let's just jump in quickly and take a look. Okay, so we're back in this game, and we're going to take a look and see how we stacked up against the enemy eco. Obviously, we're outmatching them by quite a bit. Like, we're 14 OS above them. So in this position here, we should be absolutely well and truly above them. Excuse me, I'm just putting the game into full screen. I can do that, but it's not windowed borderless. I'll just say that right now. So I can't Alt-Tab. Makes it very difficult whenever I'm trying to like do a build order or something, and it's in this mode here because it takes 12 seconds to Alt-Tab. Not really. It's like 7 seconds to Alt-Tab, but anyway. Okay, so let's take a look at what the medal count is right now. Has he had any Lazarus out? Yeah, he's got a Lazarus at the back. So it means his medal count's going to be like slightly higher. I think it's about 60 on the back here. So he's sitting at 1.18k. We're at 1.39. So we're already 200 medal up on him, and that's with the Lazarus out. So we're doing pretty well here. What is going on? Oh, did our ally have an early bomber out here? There ain't no way. Dude, this is so good. Oh my lord. Okay, no wonder we're so far ahead then. I mean, our air player is just the hero of the day. Is he from Iraq as well? I think that's the Iraqi flag, which is just absolutely sick. So I guess that kind of lines up with his name being Yunus. So back towards our base, though. I'm curious to see what our timing is for T2.
Commander,
normally we're looking for about 4 minutes 30 if we can get it, but we delayed our commander exploding quite badly. Normally, I mean, this is a fine spot to build in, but normally here is like a little bit too far because, like, ideally, I'm looking to blow right here, somewhere around here-ish, as an example. Now, of course, you can always go back here. It's a really, really long walk to get up there, so it's just going to delay you, and you want to try and blow as easily and as quickly as you can. And obviously, at the end of the day, you're not just going to blow if someone else is building there. So in the end, we get a 5-minute timing on our T2 constructor, which I think is reasonable. We can definitely walk away with that one and feel happy. Then we ask for medal. We don't really get a lot of medal, right? Like, I've been watching super high-level games and playing super high-level games, and one of the things I notice is, like, the most common way that a game is decided is how much medal is sent to the tech player. And, like, it's repeatedly, like, the best players playing the tech spot as well, so I can't even get the tech spot. I'm just basically playing front all the time now. And because of that, it's just like, one game that I was watching, there was 4,000 medal donated to the tech player. Like, I'm not kidding you, 4,000 medal. That's enough for 3 fat boys. Like, that is crazy. And we're pretty much doing this solo. Like, we had a little bit of medal sent through from Varjo here. Yunus sent through a little bit as well to help out because we were giving him or donating that T2 to him. But yeah, there's not a huge amount of help there. So I think we did pretty well with our timing. If we go check the enemy tech player, it's not really a fair assessment just because he's obviously been hit by the enemy bomber, right? And that does so much work. So for us, it's basically about seeing what we could have done better. I think our control here was really, really good on the front as well. If we take a look up towards this spot, like, we're absolutely destroying the front. The one thing I just need to be cautious of is where was that commander? Because we got destroyed by Gearshark's commander, but I had no idea he was on the front, or at least no idea where he was. Can I take a look here? Do we see the dot, bro? I don't know how we miss it. The dot is right there. It's not like he's got a jammer. And we're having a good time at the front. There's the commander right there. And it even gets pinged out by Lizard. That's the enemy. And yeah, I'm just not paying attention. So that's absolutely on me. And I was so shocked. I'm like, what? Is there a jammer?
Commander destroyed.
So it's very rare for me to lose my stuff to a D-gun, because basically the way that I do it now is if I've got a really like high OS, like if I've got a 40 OS player on the front, I will hand over the fat boy to them and I will leave it with them. But I found that the first fat boy, you definitely have the ability to micro it, because there's not really much that you need to do elsewhere, right? Like, you're basically just microing the fat boy and then just sending out the cons to people. And look, the cons are going to take time to walk out across the map. But it's, you know, it's as simple as like you grab it when it's in the queue, you move it over, and then there's a second one, and then you come back to the fat boy. Like, it's pretty simple to do it. As long as you've got hotkeys and you can easily bounce, that's the key. You need to have the hotkey set up, and you can easily bounce between those two spots. So, like, setting control 1 as your fat boy and then control 5 as your lab is probably the best way to do it. Okay, so how do we do on the fusion timing here? Fusion timing is another important thing, because realistically, you want to be making 4 fat boys, I think is probably the best amount. I think in this game, we've made 5 fat boys, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we got 1 D-gunned, right? Because these guys have got 1 each. 1, 2. They're like working together. They're doing a great push down there. So yeah, we made 5. So in saying that, we managed to get our fusion up before the 14-minute mark, around the 14-minute mark. So that's a decent timing, 14 minutes. And if we check in on the enemy, like he's already got his fusion up, but like we've reclaimed our lab, so we're quite far ahead with regard to Metal. If we take a look at Metal, how's he doing? He's at 22.3. We're at 27.5, and you can see this is sort of the consequence of having these super early T2s out. I don't know exactly what happened, but like the damage to the eco player is so important, because now all of our players have got much higher Metal than the enemy team. And that's all because their T2 was delayed, whereas ours wasn't. We got out those 2 early T2s, get our own T2 mexes up, and then we just transition straight from there into one Fat Boy and then a whole bunch of advanced construction bots. And the other thing to note, it's really important that you do that, because while you're flying out that one Fat Boy, there's no point in him walking the length of the map. He's very slow, and even though the Hephaestus is quite slow as well, like you're talking speed 100, that's still much faster than a Fat Boy. If we look down towards the front, go look over towards here, Fat Boy has a speed of 30. So the Hephaestus is moving a lot faster. So technically, you could close the distance on it, but it's just so much smarter to go for like the one Fat Boy, transport him out, and while you're transporting him out, do the T2 constructors behind it. And I found that works quite well. Meanwhile, down towards the south, yeah, so I think our biggest mistake here is, number one, getting degunned on the Fat Boy. That shouldn't have happened, and that happened right before our eyes, so that was a massive mistake. Then the second thing is probably just rallying. Like, we should have handed the Starlights over to our ally. Even at the end of the day, if our ally is a lower level player, we should still entrust them with those Starlights, those units. The expectation that they're going to be able to focus down the back line, and they're going to be able to deal with it. And you can see the enemy saying both of our back line got giga-bombed. So definitely our air player, I think, was probably the MVP for this game. So yeah, here's another point right here where I think we just kind of mess up. Like, we send them with a fight command down towards the front. All the fight command is going to do is it's just going to hit any target that they can see. So right there, like he can just see, like you can see a tick, you can see anything. They'll just shoot it down. And the truth is, when you've got snipers on the enemy front, you very much need to be focusing them down specifically. In fact, I would almost always take the snipers over the Starlights when they're in low numbers like this, just because the snipers can go stealth and you can get the double shot off on the Starlights. And you can always be taking the advantage. As long as you've got spam coming out in front of you so that you've got the ability to move up and you can spot them, you've got line of sight, I think the snipers are better. And especially if you're not microing the Starlights, then they're going to have a wonderful time, those snipers. So yeah, you can see where he's got the snipers right here. We're just kind of sitting outside the range. Technically, the snipers have a lower range than the Starlights. It's 950 versus 900, if I remember correctly. Yeah, 950 versus 900. So this is another one of our mistakes. And then, of course, the final mistake of the day. I want to see it right here. Yeah, look, perfect parking by the enemy commander. Like, just out of all the spots that this commander could be, he's right there. And I think it's just very well recognized that this was a weak spot. And, you know, I thought we found it. I thought we had it all right here. Let's right on board to watch and to witness. We got to get the beautiful one. But yeah, it's just a classic case of, normally this is the spot that they ignore, but parking a commander in here was absolutely the right call. Dude, look at these Jags, dude. These Jags look so good as they come through. And yeah, there's nowhere to run as well. Honestly, he could have even waited a little bit longer and degunned absolutely everything in there. So yeah, incredibly well played by the enemy commander. And then he just goes back into stealth, and now it's like, where do we go from here? So yeah, that's it. In the end of the day, I think we did relatively well. It's hard to compare ourselves against the backline because obviously there's an OS difference, and obviously he got bombed as well. So there's not real much credit there. But anyway, we'll leave it there. MVP definitely going over to Eunice today. Well done, Eunice. Thank you for carrying the team. And we'll leave it there, and we'll catch you in the next one. Thank you for watching.